I'm Gavin Johnston. I'm an impact manager in the Retrofit team in Best, and I'm project manager for the retrofit of what we call A-Lab or Accelerator Lab here, which is also the National Retrofit Centre for Scotland, opened by the First Minister earlier this year. Our ultimate goal with retrofitting the building is to achieve the Retrofit standard, which is the equivalent of Passive House Renew Build, but for retrofit projects. The project's inception is around decarbonising the heat source within the front section of the building, but what we're trying to achieve is we don't just want to remove the gas-based heating system with a zero direct emissions heating system. What we want to do is look at reducing the overall demand from the building first of all. So that requires us to take a whole building approach. So we look at every aspect of the building, its fabric performance, what we use it for, how it will act in operation, what the embodied carbon is of every aspect of the design we consider, so that we can ultimately reduce the demand of the new system that will go in. So not only will we decarbonise the heat, but we will also be using less energy to generate that heat as well. What the whole building approach allows us to do is it allows us to think more about how we're using the building, how the building's performing, and how it suits our needs, as well as really understanding at a granular level the interventions that we're suggesting that we make here. And from the perspective of us being Built Environment Smarter Transformation, the Construction Industries Innovation Centre, what we're able to do is to demonstrate the best approaches as practices and also document that in a way that we can share with our ecosystem so that others can learn from this process. Key to a successful project taking the whole building approach is getting everyone round the table early, so having a good team of consultants all pulling in the same direction, understanding what we're all trying to achieve, so a clear set of objectives, a clear brief about what we're looking to do, and also documenting that as we go through. So we're recording the decisions that we're making. We're quite tight on change control, and have everyone understand how each individual decision made impacts another, and does that help us achieve our overall goal, and does it ultimately lead to a better project. So the biggest challenge with any retrofit is going to be that you're working within the confines of an existing building. So the building estate that we have imperfections, and we have to look to mitigate against them or work around them as best we possibly can. Ultimately, it will lead to compromise. That's what retrofit is. It's a series of compromises where you're making the best decision possible. So that kind of golden path through all of your decision making to ultimately lead to the best overall outcome. So it's not just about saying we put as much insulation on the walls as possible. What we do is we put the optimal amount of insulation on the walls, the right material in the right place at the right performance, allowing us to reduce that overall demand.